So a few weeks ago, mortgage interest rates went above 3% for the first time since July of 2020. And everyone that we've been talking to, everywhere from a home buyer to a homeowner that's looking to refinance their house, are just freaking out right now. So for months and months, we've been hearing about mortgage interest rates going lower and lower, and then hitting another all-time record low. And this went on for several months, where the mortgage interest rate were hitting record lows over a dozen times within the past 8 to 9 months. What was a historic low interest rate became kind of normal to many of us. For instance, like our family had a 4% interest rate in January of 2020, and then the rates went down dramatically and we were able to refinance in May of 2020, saving us $340 a month, and that was down from a 4% to a 3.375, and we were like, yeah, this is the best thing in the world. Then as of January 2021, we were getting to do another home refinance, at this time a whopping 2.75%, like sub 3%, right? Below 3%. Oh my gosh, it's the first time in history. And that would have saved us essentially about another $300 a month. However, I was thinking to myself, it's been these low rates for months and months. Maybe it might even go down to 2.5%. What's the rush? Or maybe 2.25. What's the rush? Who knows? Maybe if we wait, we might save a little bit more as homeowners. Maybe we should just wait. Well, waiting didn't do the best for us. At the time of making this video here in mid-March, that same exact refinance is going to be now back to 3.25% on the interest rate. So that essential saving of $300 a month is literally gone out the door, literally just gone, it's out the window. So what does this all mean as a home buyer, a home seller, or a homeowner with this increase in mortgage interest rate? Let's take a look. Realistically, this will change the buyer's purchasing power as we talked about prior. For every 1% change in the interest rate, well, that's equivalent to 10 to 12% change in the purchasing power for a person that's looking to buy a house. So as a home seller, with the rise in interest rate, you might see a few less home buyers for your home than prior before. Let's say that I was a buyer and I was previously qualified for $800,000 for the home loan, and now with today's new interest rate, I'm only qualified for $760,000. With rise in interest rate, you're gonna see a shift in the affordability factor for many home buyers that are out there. So looking at the mortgage interest rate from January of 2021 to just a few weeks ago in the beginning of March of 2021, this is what's been happening. That $1 million buyer that was previously qualified for $1 million is now, well, he's qualified for $950 probably. And that $900,000 buyer is now qualified for around $850, and that $700,000 buyer is probably down to $670, and so forth. So as a home seller, if you had your home previously listed for $815,000, and I was a home buyer and I'm all excited, I'm like, yeah, I'm pre-approved for $800,000. All right, a few months ago, I would have had some hopes and dreams and go out and look at a home, and I'm like, hey, this house is $800,000. I have the ability to overbid and put in an offer for $815,000. Yes, I might get this house. However, with today's interest rate and the fact that interest rate has gone up the last several weeks, I'm no longer qualified for that $800,000 home loan or $815,000 that I was previously qualified for. And now that qualification is down to $775,000, so I guess I can't even go look at the house that's been listed, and it's out of my price point. No one knows the future or what's going to happen in the years ahead, but if I was personally going to sell my home in the next 3 to 5 years, realistically, me personally, I think 2021 may be one of the best years as a home seller. As a home seller in today's market, there's one golden factor. It's like the golden ticket to the chocolate factory. The golden factor is the low supply of inventory and homes available on the market today. Last year as a home seller, there was a couple of factors that gave home seller tremendous advantages. Like, one is new buyer preference. Like, people wanted to move to the suburbs, get out of the city life. The lifestyle was changing. Like, oh my gosh, we gotta work from home. Like, work out from home, go to the gym from home, kids that are at home. So I just need to move fast last year and maybe just get out of here. Well, that factor might not be here today because we've adjusted to our lifestyle. Another factor was last year in 2020, it was the lowest interest rate ever and the first time in US banking history where we saw sub 3% mortgage interest rate. Well, now that's climbing back up. That might not be there anymore, but you still have that grace of low inventory and less competition than ever before. Because some people are still kind of concerned for the health issues and doesn't want to have it on the market yet. So that competition might be around the corner, but we don't know. So with interest rate going up, yes, you might have lost out on a few buyers that could have qualified for your home before that they might not qualify today. But here's the reality. You might not get 7 offers on your home if it's listed on the market. You're still gonna get though 3 to 5 offers if it's priced right, marketed right, have the right agent, and do all the right negotiation right. Yes, you're still gonna get 3 to 5 offers in today's market. Nationally, we've been seeing on stats 2.7 or almost 3 offers for a home that's listed and priced right nationally. Here in our tri-counties though, which I'm talking about King County, Pierce County, and Snohomish County, we've been seeing anywhere from 3 offers all the way up to 20 offers on a home that's listed on the market right now, that's priced right, right agent, right marketing, 20 offers even. So even if it doesn't seem that many offers now versus before, so fine, you're not gonna get the 7 offers, you're still gonna get 5 offers, which is still phenomenal. I mean, I'm still looking at it and remembering in 2008 when I had literally 12 listings and only 1 would get an offer on it. And it was great if we got an offer in the first 100 days. Alright, let's look at it from a home buyer's point of view. Should I buy a home in today's market? You have to decide what's best for you and your family. That's what I always say. However, let's look at it from an interest rate perspective, right? Looking at today as a home buyer and today's interest rate, hey, you're still looking at it from one of the best in history. Let's look at it from the big picture of things. Today's 3.5% interest rate is one of the lowest mortgage since the last 5 decades. Check this out. Let's take a look at it from the big picture point of view. It's still one of the best interest rate in decades. If not, it is already the best interest rate in decades. Take a look at it from this big perspective point of view. Sometimes when my sellers and I are sitting down, I'm sitting with them at their dinner table or doing a Zoom meeting, and we're looking at this house. They might have bought it back in 1994 for $200,000. And now they're selling for $1 million. And through it all, rarely does a seller say, I could have bought this house, rather than $200,000 back then, I could have bought it in the 80s though for $150,000. Oh man, that would have been so great if I bought it for $150,000. I mean, yeah, now I'm selling for $1 million. No one has ever said that. They're so thankful they bought it back at $200,000 and now get to sell for $1 million. Kind of like today, one day we're probably going to look back in history and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got a 3.5% interest rate on our mortgage back then. I was a genius for doing this. So fine, a couple weeks ago you could have got, the lowest interest rate in mortgage history at 2.5%. But looking at it from a 50-year span and a perspective of long-term investing, you're still looking at one of the best mortgage rate in the past 5 decades. So buying a home in 2021 is still probably one of the best time in history in regards to that low mortgage rate and mortgage payment each month. Yes, as a home buyer in today's market, it might be challenging. There's other offers that's competing against you, but you just have to know how to write the right terms, have the good agent that will help you out, and a good team to be there to support you from the lending side, from the buying side. And look, if you're looking to move up or upsize your house, this is probably one of the best time because you could sell your house for the top dollar and then buy the next house, your dream home, at the lowest mortgage payment that you probably ever will have for that home. So as a seller that's moving up it's a win-win situation in that standpoint. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys have other questions in regards to selling your home and getting top dollar for that house and the right marketing team, feel free to reach out to us. If you're a buyer and thinking, oh my gosh, how are we going to get this multiple offer situation and get the right home for our family in this frenzy market, reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to guide your family through the process of buying and selling. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful week. Wishing you and your family the best. Take care.